Hello everyone, my name is Heaven Wilbanks and I'll be doing my exercise video project over the Olympic lift known as Power Clean. As a little discretion, I just wanted to let you guys know that this video is part of a class project. The information covered was collected with the sole purpose to expand our understanding of the effects of different exercises in the body. The information that will be discussed next is not a professional opinion, nor the techniques shown should be taken seriously. That said, Power Clean is an explosive power exercise that consists of quickly and forcefully pulling the bar from the floor and to the front of the shoulders in one flowing motion. The major muscles involved during this lift in the upper body are the deltoids and the trapezius, and the lower body would be the gluteus maximus, the calves, which consist of the soleus and the gastrocnemius, the hamstrings, which are the semimembranosus and the semitendinosus, and then the quads, which is made up of the bicep femoris, rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius, and vastus medialis. Here's just a little picture showing the muscles in the lower body. So you have the quads, the hamstrings, the glutes, and the calves. The major joints involved during this movement are the shoulder joints, the wrist joints, the hip joints, the knee joints, and the foot and ankle joints. When setting up for this movement, you want to ensure that the lower body consists of your feet being shoulder width apart, your toes being pointed slightly outward, with your shin approximately 1 inch from the bar. It is in a squatting position, and a good little tip to remember is to keep your hips lower than your shoulders. In the upper body, you just want to make sure that your hands are slightly wider than your shoulder width apart, with them being outside of the knees. It is in a pronated grip, and your elbows should be fully extended and pointing outwards with your chest up and out. The first phase of this movement is known as the first pull. You want to lift the bar off the floor by forcefully extending the hips and the knees. A little tip for this one would be to keep the bar as close to your shins as possible in order to prevent injuries and whatnot. While you're doing this, you want to make sure to keep the elbows fully extended, still pointing outwards to the sides, and the shoulders over the bar. The next phase is known as the transition phase, and as the bar rises just above the knees, you're going to want to thrust the hips forward and slightly flex the knees to move the thighs underneath the bar. As you're doing this, you're just going to make sure to keep the back neutral or slightly arched and the elbows fully extended and pointing out to the sides. The next phase is known as the second pull. So you're going to want to rapidly extend the hips, knees, and ankles while keeping the bar as close to the body as possible. When the lower body joints reach full extension, you're going to want to rapidly shrug the shoulders upwards with the elbows still fully extended and pointing to the sides. As the shoulders reach the highest elevation, you're going to want to flex the elbows to begin pulling the body underneath the bar. The next phase is known as the catch. So after the lower body is fully extended, you're going to want to pull the body underneath the bar and rotate the arms around and under the bar. At the same time, you're going to want to flex the hips and knees to a quarter position in order to brace the impact. Once the arms are underneath the bar, you're going to want to lift the elbows to position the upper arms parallel to the floor. This is going to rack the bar across the front of the clavicles and anterior deltoids. After gaining control and balance, you're going to want to stand up by extending the hips and knees to a fully erect position. Finally, this last phase is known as the release. So after you catch it, you're going to want to lower the elbows to unrack the bar from the anterior deltoids and clavicles, and then slowly lower the bar down to the thighs. A little tip for this part is to simultaneously flex the hips and knees to cushion the impact of the bar on the thighs. Next, you're going to want to squat down with the elbows fully extended until the bar touches the floor, or drop the bar to the platform. Here I inserted a video of me carrying out the full range of motion during this movement. There are different exercises that you can do in order to progress this movement. They're known as Romanian deadlift, where you can follow slides 7 through 9 in order to carry out that movement. And there's hang clean, where you can follow slides 9 through 11 in order to carry that movement. A few of the common mistakes during this movement is rounding the back during the setting up and first pull phase. leaving the elbows too low and not parallel to the ground during the catch, and not extending the hips fully on the second pull.